Years ago, you donated your genetic material to a secret organization in exchange for $30 million. Now, years later, there's a knock on your door, and you find yourself face to face with a group of superpowered teenagers claiming you're their father. 30 million. Just for me to, well, into a cup. I was going through some trouble at the time, but now I'm doing pretty well. Wondering what I did with the money? Well, first off, I paid off all of my debts, and to be honest, that barely put a dent into it. So I decided to follow a dream I had. I bought a good-sized spread of land and opened a wildlife shelter. You know, one of those places they help rehabilitate injured animals and help breed endangered species, all of that. Always loved animals, always wanted to do something like this. Steve Irwin was a long-time hero of mine. Starting off was brought, but I got it done. Now I am living my dream. Shoveling poop and feeding grumpy critters. It is honestly all I ever wanted. Then those stories on the news started, about bizarre attacks. Terrorist attacks were the go-to, but it just didn't feel right. Then the videos on the internet began showing off full-blown comic book fights in real life. It was interesting, but far from me, but something tickled the back of my mind. Something oddly familiar. Then I saw a video where you could see them clearly. They were just kids. I then realized the video was live. Then one of them got hit. Hard. And I don't know why, but I reacted. It was just this moment of sudden protectiveness. Then the one that got hit, they looked fine, by the way. I don't know, reacted to something. She was suddenly looking around her, looking for something. Then she looked and saw whoever was filming, and it feels odd to say this, but our eyes met. I felt like she was looking at me. The fighting began to die down, and whoever was filming left, but that moment stuck with me. I was out of it for a bit, but routine, and the unpredictable nature of my career got me out of that funk. Still, for the next few days, I kept track of these superpowered kids the best I could, but they seemed to gradually start falling off the radar, like they were trying to hide. Then, about a month later, the dreams began. There's those big weeping willow tree I planted when I first bought the property, and took extensive care of to help it grow. I just like to sit under it, sometimes for hours, and just take in what all I have. These dreams, I would be sitting under it, and from a distance I could see someone standing out there. Each time they'd get a bit closer to me, but never all the way. Then over time, there would be someone else with them. Every couple of days or so until there was 4 in total. Then one day the group was just on the other side of the tree's hanging branches, and I got up to see them. Dad! I didn't jolt awake, I just calmly woke up, with small tears in my eyes. And I don't know why, I just knew I needed to be home that day. So I waited. Then one of the workers came and got me. Hey sir, there's some kids here. They said they're looking for you. I got up, asked, how many? 4 of them. Only 2 of them look old enough to drive. So I asked where they were waiting and told him to go on and take an early break. When I walked out to them, I don't know what I was expecting, and given their mannerism, I think they each had a different idea of what was going to happen as well. One looked nervous, one looked like he was expecting to be attacked, one was busy looking at the tigers, and the other, she. She met my eyes and I knew who she was. I think she recognized my eyes as well. Dad? Yeah, I believe so. She just ran up and hugged me. I had never felt so happy to hug a complete stranger before.